Ciao ragazzi, my name is Anthony. Thank you for joining me back here on Inter Worldwide, and thank you for joining me for this lovely morning drive into the inner city. I'm on school holidays, work holidays, whatever it is. So it was a nice easy day to go into the inner city and meet up with a friend from Melbourne who's visiting. Actually, he's been on the channel once or twice before. His name is Vito Doria, Sampdoria fan. Looking forward to meeting him for the first time. We've been communicating for a few years now, and this is what it's all about when it comes to the cultural community, meeting like-minded people that want to connect together. So who knows, I might even be able to get some footage and do some recording, but I figured it was a great time to spend in the company of Inter Worldwide. I've even fixed up the camera angle so you can see me a lot better. I've got the lapel, so you should be able to hear me over the traffic. And watching this back later on, we'll see if the quality comes out well. So what's there to discuss in the 15 to 20 minutes that I have before I pull up outside Il Caffè? Woke up this morning to Bastoni, renewed. Hakan, about to be the same. Two very good renewals. It literally gives Alessandro Bastoni probably a 75 million market value. Not that we'd ever consider selling him, I hope not. I hope he's a part of the trident, well now the quadrant of unsellable players. The quadrant of unsellable Italians. Barella, Bastoni, Frattesi, Di Marco. 4 players. 3 of them hardcore Interisti. Maybe even Frattesi is as well, and that's why he chose us. Although I'm willing to believe that, you know, it's more of a money talks who got to me first sort of thing. It was nice to wake up and see that no part of our deal for Frattesi has even come close to being hijacked, or has even come close to being reported as, oh, it's gone cold, it's in doubt. None of that. It looks like it's a done deal. No Bremer, no Dybala incident here. Hopefully, all the confirmation is done and it's over the line tomorrow or the next day. So where does that leave us now? Where does that leave us now? Well, it leaves us in a position where we don't really need to change that many pieces on the chessboard, man. It's first week of July, and I would say 85% of the squad's sorted. I can't say the same for our rivals. Milan's season 1 of damage control is going way worse than ours did. You got to keep in mind that in our first season, which wasn't really the damage control season, it was the post-Conte first season, we walked away with 2 domestic cups and we challenged for the league up until the last day. We threw it away. We gave it to Milan. Milan's season last season, which was supposed to be their recovery season, not really the first season of damage control, so to speak. They were fighting for top 4 up until the last few weeks. Lost the Super Cup. Lost the Champions League semi-finals to us. Jesus Christ, some people can't drive in the morning, man. And this is exactly why I don't drive my car anywhere out of the southwestern Sydney suburbs unless I absolutely need to. Absolute maniacs. Relax, you will all get to work eventually. Your life is not worth risking. Yeah, the damage control that Milan have to do this off-season, like I'm looking at their projected signings and lineups, it's horrible. They were meant to go in for Frattesi after losing Tonali, didn't even get a sniff. They were meant to go in for Thuram, didn't even get a sniff. We know how to damage control, guys. Last season was our official season 1, borderline season 2 of damage control. And we walked away with another 2 domestic cups. We won 4 derbies throughout the season, 2 of them being Champions League semi-finals. Made the Champions League final and qualified for the top 4 without too much of an issue. This season, we're going to go into it knowing that we can field a squad capable of competing for the league. It's not necessarily because our squad is overly strengthened. I wouldn't call it a fantastic squad. I wouldn't call it a world-class, world-beater squad, but I would call it a squad that has the factors of familiarity and continuity attached to it. These are important things. Inzaghi will go into his 3rd season as manager. important knowing that he's in his third season and the Napoli manager will be in his first. Pioli, I think, is weakening. Allegri, fighting. This isn't a video trying to say that we're going to win the league. It's a video to say that I think that we're going to be fine. I don't see this Inter team battling for a top 4 spot yet. At this stage last season, I was really concerned, and my concerns were validated in the first couple of months of the season, and I never really looked back after that. My pessimism stretched almost up until the February mark, where we turned it around in Europe and at least did the bare minimum domestically. It's weird saying that the bare minimum is to win these domestic cups and to qualify for the top 4, but that should always be the minimum. Even Zhang said that's the minimum. We need to make this familiar, winning these cup trophies and putting them in the trophy cabinet. Anybody who tuned into my live yesterday, I teed up with a good friend of mine, Hal, better known as Snake, in the Frattesi Inter forums. And we just said that, you know, if we were to challenge for the league next year, and God forbid we won it, who's going to look at the Suning regime and call it a failure? Or who's going to go in on it? 2 Scudetti, a Champions League final, top 4 finishes, out of the group stage in the Champions League 3 times. I'm just going to call it and say that we're going out. We're going to progress through the group stages next season again in pot 2. I took a break the last few days because I wasn't that stressed. I wasn't that stressed over the Brozovic thing, and I didn't want to engulf myself and fall into that trap of stressing over things that I can't change. If a 30-year-old who's been holding us to ransom last season, injury and minutes-wise, doesn't want to fully commit to the club, piss off. We know you're upset, bro. I called it in November, and people on this channel and on Twitter and on Facebook were calling me wrong and negative. As soon as Perisic left, it was the domino that sunk the rest of the Balkans. Skriniar, not happy. Marcelo, not happy. And now they're gone, and they will regret it. I guarantee you Skriniar regrets it already. Imagine agreeing a deal with PSG thinking that Messi was going to be there, Sergio Ramos was going to be there. They're both gone. Now there's talks that Neymar, Mbappe and Hakimi want to go as well. Skriniar's going to end up thinking he was going to rock up to a group of leaders just being able to play on the back foot and win some trophies and kick back. Bro, you're probably going to go in there having to lead the entire fucking Paris squad. Good luck with that, bro. You had the armband in Milano and you've thrown it away for this. The level of regret and regression that he's going to take, watch this space next season, bro. He's having a junky season. Brozovic is going to have a junky season as well. He ain't going to train hard. He ain't going to work hard. I know this video it's a weird one. It's just a mixed bag of thoughts and some company on my way on this drive. So thank you for joining me for the random chat. What's still to come? Well, a sale. We ain't done with the selling side of things yet. Onana, the offer is at around 45 million at the moment. Rumors suggesting it could go up to 50 to 52. I don't think we'll accept anything under 50. I'd like to see us not sell. I think if you can retain Onana and get Lukaku, the team's set. But you need some more money. And no one's bidding for Gosens. Union Berlin has gone dry. Nothing from Leverkusen. Nothing from England. Denzel Dumfries. Niente per Germania. Niente per l'Inglese. Nothing from anywhere for Dumfries. I thought he was going to be the easiest sale out of the door. I'm pretty sure we're in a position where a 25 million or a 30 million euro sale would probably end our market. How are we not getting the bid for him? We need to bargain these. We need to market these players a little bit better, man. I know a wing back that made the Champions League final and the the quarterfinals of the Was it quarterfinals of the World Cup or semis? I think quarters. Maybe it was semis when they went out to Argentina. I don't know. I forget now. Crap World Cup. We should be able to sell one of these guys. Gosens or Dumfries. But then we'd have to reinvest some of that money. So those sales aren't complete bags. Same with Onana. I mean, we ain't going into next season with Handanovic starting, that's for sure. So, let's see what happens. There's still a lot for us to get through. There's still a lot for us to do. Like, even though we're a lot further ahead than I thought we'd be, it doesn't mean that we can rest because we've got so much to do still. Before we finish this video, I mean, if we can just go through our squad position for a second. Onana, Handanovic, Stankovic. There's your goalkeepers set. Sell beef ragu. Just get him out of here. Unforgivable. Centre backs. Bastoni, locked. Acerbi, locked. Devray, locked. Rotation. Darmian, locked. Rotation. Bisek, locked. Rotation. We can't really go into next season just with those 5 as centre-backs, but we are far from suffocating. DiMarco can switch up and play the left if he needs to there. I think that we could really use another strong centre-back though. We could really use a strong centre-back to make this team just a little bit more formidable. We need to remember that Brozovic isn't there anymore, so building up from the back becomes that extra bit more difficult. It does become more difficult. Hakan, as well as he does as a deep lying playmaker, as a regista, can't drop as deep to pick the ball up to Brozovic, and then his performance suffers in transition, trying to get his legs up front. But that's where Frattesi is going to be able to come in and accommodate for a lot of that. Moving into the midfield, you can see that with Frattesi's inclusion, it's now Frattesi, Hakan, Barella, who can pretty much intertwine and play all 3 roles, all 3 of them. Mkhitaryan, first rotator, and that's it. Aslani as well, second rotator. We need another couple of midfielders. We need someone to come in and replace Gagliardini. I mean, if we had the funds available to put a loan in for Samazic, then the midfield's complete. I'd be stoked. I'd be absolutely stoked and over the moon with that midfield, man. Pardon me. But we don't have the bag to put 20 mil up front. Our entire market is going to be a series of loans. 6 million loan up front for Frattesi with an obligation set at 20 something. It was 25 cash plus Mulitieri, so we've got to pay 19 million to Sassuolo next season. We're probably going to give Chelsea 5 million up front for Lukaku. And I think that we'll end up paying the rest over time. For me, I would like it to be an option because I think Marotta and co have plans to loan Lukaku for 1 more year and then do Chelsea dirty. Completely dick them over. We're going to send him back after this season. And that'll be it. And you can call Rom's time with us a great success, especially if we win that Scudetto. Because we would have got him, sold him, loaned him, won. We're going to miss Eden Dzeko, man. I know you guys didn't think I was going through this whole video without bringing that up. We'll miss him. When we're looking for a goal or when we're looking to waste time or when we're looking to build up a little bit from midfield to attack, we're going to miss him. I know we can't be hanging on to dead wood and dead weight, but we are going to miss Eden Dzeko. Believe that. Believe that. Okay? I'm just letting you guys know. Change lanes. Beep beep. DiMarco and Dumfries. See, I'm fine with Dumfries, man. I'll go into next season with Dumfries knowing he can do a job. He'll be a little bit frustrating, but he's not shit. But he's replaceable for that amount. If you can get 25 to 30 million for Denzel Dumfries and reinvest that with a loan, or reinvest that with a small amount of money for single or anybody else, really. DeMarco, more than set. More than set. So, not stressed, man. Not stressed whatsoever. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Sorry if I'm a little slow talking. It's just I'm a really careful driver and I've got serious trust issues with the way people drive in this city. As we've now entered the tunnel. It's a beautiful tunnel. It's a new one. This is called the M8 tunnel. So yeah, that'll be it. Let me know what you guys think about the market so far. I'm sure we're all pleasantly surprised at the efficiency that we've gotten it done. And let's regroup very, very soon. All right. Thank you so much. My name is Anthony. Forza Inter Worldwide.